On today's Sports Life NYC, it's all about hopes and dreams. From this courageous young girl's love of soccer to this sneaker collector's passion for the latest style.
If it costs $1,500, then I'm spending $1,500.
Big Daddy answers the Jets' need to feed.
This is tailgating with style, baby.
While this homeless soccer player reaches his goal.
If you want to make it better for yourself, you have to step up and do it.
And fitness guru Gunnar Peterson shows you how to be your best. Don't go away. It all starts right now. Welcome to Sports Life NYC. I'm Michelle Vidal.
And I'm Peter Ward. And we're coming to you today from one of the most beautiful places in the world to spend the fall day, Central Park.
More specifically, to our left is the Loeb Boathouse, probably one of the best spots in all of the park. Now, every once in a while, we get a sports story that comes along that's not so much about the games that you and I like to watch or play. It's more about the human spirit and that inspires athletes to greatness.
And such is the case with a little girl named Ashley Gankowitz. On the surface, she appears to be like just your average 6-year-old. She likes soccer, she likes playing in the yard with her dog, and she likes hanging out with her friends. But as you're about to learn, Ashley is anything but average. For starters, this only child has 22 sisters and a brother. I'll explain in a second. Ashley is part of a program designed to bring seriously ill children together with NCAA and high school athlete teams and make them a part of their squad. Ashley was adopted by the Columbia University women's soccer team, and now they're helping her make her dreams a reality. On a fall day, just minutes before a crucial game against Ivy League rival Princeton, several members of the Columbia University women's soccer team welcomed their biggest fan and youngest team member, little Ashley Gankowitz. The team adopted Ashley after learning of her through Friends of JACLYN, a program created by DENIS Murphy, whose own child, JACLYN, was adopted by the Northwestern University women's lacrosse team after she was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor.
Now we have over 50 children adopted, Division 1, 2, 3, junior colleges, high schools, men's and women's sports. I've got over 200 schools that want to adopt, and I don't have enough children right now. So it's a good problem that I'll take any day of the week.
Unfortunately for Ashley, she qualifies as a member of Friends of JACLYN. Just after her first birthday, she was diagnosed with neurofibromatosis type 1, a neurological disorder that is found in 1 out of every 3,000 children born in the U.S.
Okay. And my other dog is Shabba Spike English Bulldog. And this is
Stung initially with the news, Ashley's parents went looking for answers.
It's scary. So you kind of feel lost until you bond together and then start the journey that we've taken and meet the people along the way.
And one of those people is Dr. ALANNA LEVINE, one of 9 doctors that treat Ashley every 3 months.
Neurofibromatosis is a lifelong illness, so it's not something that you can treat and cure. You're just constantly monitoring for different signs and symptoms.
Ashley's doctors, family, and friends all say her relationship with the Columbia women's soccer team has improved the quality of her life immeasurably. As for the players, they say they get something just as valuable in return.
It's great to hear that's making a positive impact, and I'm so proud and happy to say that I'm a part of it, to know that I can make a difference in this little girl's life who's had so much trouble, and any smile or laugh I can bring to her face, I just feel so happy to do that for her.
It's 2-0.
She really isn't at risk of getting injured through her illness. We all know that there's this huge connection between your emotional state and your physical state. So it's a wonderful thing that the Columbia soccer team is doing for Ashley, because they're providing a mentorship program for her and allowing her to be a kid.
Played a 10-on-10.
I just have a smile on my face every single time I see them together, to see how much can be done for the community just by putting a soccer ball in front of their feet.
Not long after she joined Columbia University's women's soccer team, she joined a team of her own in Rockaway, New York.
To bond with the girls, to be part of a team, for her to learn what's appropriate behavior and what's inappropriate behavior as a team member, I think has done a great deal for Ashley.
Mike Antonio, Ashley's best friend, is a George Washington High School student and baseball star who's known Ashley since he was 9 years old.
Does this little girl inspire you to try to become a better baseball player?
Yeah, like I want to make it to the major league for, we'll bring her to all my games and make her feel special.
As for Ashley, her battle with neurofibromatosis will be a lifelong fight. But if she maintains her medical regimen, Dr. Levine says she could stay healthy for years to come.
My dream and wish would be someday, you know, as I was standing on the bleachers watching out, is if I could see my daughter out there playing someday as a young woman, functionally being able to attend the school and play the sport. That'd be the greatest thing in the world.
That is a great story, and what a cute little girl.
Oh, she's really remarkable. She really is. Now, if you want to find out more information about neurofibromatosis or find out information about Friends of JACLYN, go to our website at yesnetwork.com.
And later on in the show, we'll have another inspiring soccer story about a homeless soccer player headed to a World Cup. Next, the sneakerhead craze.
They go for about $5,500 brand new.
SportsLife NYC on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. Hey, you never know.
Welcome back to Sports Life NYC. You know, sneakers aren't just about comfort or athletics anymore. They're as much a part of our culture as fashion, music, and sports. Some of them as priceless as works of art. In fact, there are families out there who have trouble affording the latest styles for their kids. Every year we hear about kids in the news who are actually getting beaten up for their sneakers. On the other end of that spectrum, you have the collectors, those that are in it for the thrill of the chase. Meet the sneakerhead. For many years, people have been collecting footwear, but the sneaker community has taken this hobby to another level. With its own terminology and lifestyle, this truly has become a culture all its own, and it started right here in the Big Apple.
You're going to work every day, you're hopping the train, you're taking a bike, you're on the bus. Sneakers matter more because that's one thing you can use to separate yourself. There's no, you're not buying a Benz. You're buying a pair of Air Force Ones and crocodile leather.
It's definitely a mainstream staple at this point. It's also a necessity, you know? It's not like baseball cards in the sense that you don't wear baseball cards. I got to put shoes on my feet every day, so for the most part, you know, they serve a purpose.
Those in the sneaker community are often called sneakerheads, and they will go to great lengths to acquire their prized footwear.
There's a guy who absolutely loves and lives, not just for sneakers, but for the chase of finding them. Sneakerheads will go where the shoes are, will spend what it takes to get them, and don't care.
They love shoes. They love, you know, the moments wrapped around them. They love, you know, the athletes that they represent. They love the moments that they represent. And these dudes are diehard fans, man. They'll camp out 5 days, rain, sleet, or snow for that particular item.
Damn the cable bill. Damn Con Ed. Damn my wife. I'm waiting in line in Tokyo or LA in the rain. I'm getting a sneaker, and if it costs $1,500, then I'm spending $1,500.
So what do these collectors do with their kicks?
What you're gonna do, you're gonna put it on ice in your room somewhere and just let it stay there. Then 2, 3, 5 years later, when it's forgotten about, then you bust it out.
One such member of the sneaker community has shoes on ice, shoes on his feet, shoes all over the place.
What's up, everybody? Chris Vidal here in the heart of New York City with Sports Life, and I'm about to show you a little bit of my collection. A Jordan 1 from 1985, the white metallic blue. You see, I keep them in the Ziplocs, so they stay a little fresher. This particular brand did a shoe with Spike Lee, the director. And this particular pair is signed by Spike. Second pair they did in tribute to the late, great Jam Master Jay. So if we go into my bedroom, don't mind the mess, people. I got a pair of Jordan 1s, 1985. So this is the original color that came out in 1985, and they banned it on the court because it was black and red. My favorite pair of shoes would probably be this pair of undefeated Jordan 4s. They only made 72 pairs. They go for about $5,500 brand new. And that's why I keep them in this little cubby hole right here so that nobody knows where they are.
The love that those in the sneaker culture have for their kicks is almost indescribable. It's a mix of nostalgia and the thrill of the chase.
For sure, for sure. It's always a matter of, like, you know, wanting what you can't have. As soon as you don't have it, and it becomes a matter of, like, wow, I can't get this. I don't know anybody I can turn to find this shoe. And then it becomes a little bit of an issue in your own head. And then as soon as you actually find that shoe, it's an incredible thing, trust me.
What am I gonna say? Like, oh yeah, I got a shoe addiction, you know? Like, Oh, well, yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. When you have no money in your pocket and you're standing online for 2 or 3 days, people wait online for movies. Those guys ain't crazy. They're not, oh, he's a movie head. Yeah, I'm a sneakerhead, man. Sorry.
The sneaker culture has even influenced the athletic footwear companies. Brands like Nike, Adidas, New Balance, and others have recognized the shoe collector and begun producing limited editions just for them. Makes it pretty hard for the sneakerhead to resist. All right, so you ever wonder how celebrities get those crazy bodies? Well, they have trainers like Beverly Hills-based Gunnar Peterson, who over the next few months will be giving us tips on how to make our workouts more effective. He'll even be answering your questions. Trust me, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's trained people like J-Lo, Penelope Cruz, and Matthew McConaughey. Check it out.
Come on, you look good.
Welcome to Sports Life NYC. I'm Gunnar Peterson at the Jewish Community Center on the Upper West Side of New York City. Here to talk to you about running. Here's what I get all the time. I run outside. It seems like a much better workout than running inside. Well, I can tell you this. You can make your run inside just as challenging as your run outside. The treadmill has so many different ways, so many different permutations to adjust to keep your workout engaging and not boring. You can change the incline, you can change the speed, you can change your movement on the treadmill. It doesn't have to be straight ahead. You can do crossover side to side, you can do deep lunge walks, you can do gorilla walks, we call them, so you get the obliques engaged. But here's the way to really alleviate the boredom. Music, television downloads, or, God forbid, books on tape. I can tell you this, when I trained for the New York City Marathon, I did a bio series, and it was biographies on historical figures. It was almost like gossiping about people in the past, and it was beyond interesting, and I felt educated as well as worked out at the end. I suggest it.
Look for more tips from Gunnar on our next Sports Life, premiering in December, and you can always check out his new book, The Workout, where he gives tips on how to fit exercise into your everyday life so that you don't get bored after the first week. For more info, go to yesnetwork.com. Next, Big Daddy's in the house.
Welcome back to Sports Life NYC. Now, are you a tailgater?
I can't cook, but I mooch, so yes.
Well, you're like millions of Americans. Tailgating has been a tradition at sporting events for decades. But if you're sick of the same old hot dogs and hamburgers on your menu, good news. Aaron McCargo from the Food Network is joining us today. Now, fans of the Food Network may remember Aaron as the Season 4 winner of the Next Food Network Star. Today, he's the host of his own show on the network, Big Daddy's House.
That's right. He recently met up with Jets offensive lineman DeBrickashaw Ferguson and Nick Mangold in Nick's kitchen and taught them some ways to make tailgating delicious.
Here we are, Sports Life NYC, doing it Big Daddy style. Of course, I'm Big Daddy Aaron McCargo at my main man Nick Mangold's crib. Also, the Brick just came in the house, Mr. Ferguson himself. We ain't here to play football today. We're here to just do one simple thing, guys, and that's make a great tailgating meal that you ain't never did before.
Aaron definitely didn't skip on the menu. He brought along 4 of his favorite recipes that could fill up 2 guys bigger than Big Daddy himself. A flavorful pork sandwich, lip-smacking ribs, freshly cut seasoned fries, and a macaroni salad to die for. The question is, are these Jets up to the task?
Now, both of you guys cooked before?
I dabbled.
You dabbled?
Dabbled.
Oh, yeah. You dabbled? I ain't talking no cereal now. I mean cooking.
I mean, your cereal with a nice fine milk, warmed up. Oh, man.
Sliced bananas.
Just a couple spoonfuls of sugar.
Well, it's about time these guys learned how to get down and dirty someplace other than the football field.
You start doing your rub, brother?
With this?
No,
yeah.
So they just massage it in?
Just massage it in. Yo, listen to the words you just massage it in.
I mean, you rub it real
rub
hard.
It hard. Yeah,
kind of lay it on there.
No, you rub it. You put your hands in it.
After the guys covered the pork and ribs with Aaron's own Big Daddy seasoning and rub, it was time to put the meat on the grill.
Hi-ya!
Seems like nothing is missing from this menu.
We're doing carbs, we're doing protein, we got the broccoli rabe we're going to do for our veggies, and then we got a ciabatta roll that we're going to make the sandwich with our cheese. We got all the food groups, and we got 2 big dudes and 1 Big Daddy making it.
Once the broccoli rabe was blanched, Aaron added his special seasoning along with garlic and red pepper flakes for some heat.
I got that little kick.
That's Big Daddy.
That's Big Daddy.
Both flavors, baby. What? Oh, my God. I just recruited 2 members.
There we go. I'm on the Big Daddy team.
We're on Big Daddy and eyes them by the end of making this sandwich.
Out of the oven came the pork, which was sliced and piled onto sandwiches, while the ribs were cut to perfection. Cooking is therapeutic compared to football.
I mean, I tell you, you're out there banging and busting up bodies all week. This is what you need to take that tension out.
It's soothing.
This is soothing.
It's like being at the spa.
Or perhaps a painting lesson?
Now you just want to take a normal hardware store brush? And...
Yeah, bro, a paintbrush will work. You know, don't go get no roller, though.
No.
You know, just a paintbrush.
No, if I already use it, can I just wash it off and be like, hey?
Don't say Big Daddy told you.
I mean, Big Daddy, you know what I'm saying?
That's a New York Jets thing, baby. I don't know where you go with that one.
I just painted the ceiling. I'm going to just use the same brush.
While DeBrickashaw still tries to get down the basics of cooking, Nick has only one thing on his mind.
Can we take it off and eat it now?
Oh, yeah. If we do, we'll all be sitting in that bathroom right there.
Can I eat that now?
No, we got to put some Big Daddy rub on it first.
Okay. Can I eat one?
Oh, can you? Yes. It's your house.
And nobody's getting any.
Look, I never saw nobody move a bowl with no hands.
You can finish. I'll just be over here.
Finally, the pork, provolone, and broccoli rabe sandwiches are assembled. The ribs couldn't be juicier, the seasoned fries are perfectly crisp, and the macaroni salad is heaped into the bowl. The most important part of the day has arrived.
Mission is accomplished. You guys did your thing. I ain't even got to taste it. I just want to give you some love.
I
Nick,
appreciate it.
Thank you for your home.
Oh, thanks for coming out.
Brick, yo, you do your thing with the rub.
Good job.
Everybody out there
Fantastic.
wondering if you could do this, you can do it because these guys just showed you that they can do it. Let's dig in and we'll talk to you later. This is tailgating with style, baby.
Well, after that piece, Peter, I'm officially starving. And I got to tell you something. Big Daddy and food, great combo.
You're a big fan of Big Daddy?
I think he's awesome.
Good news for you then. The Food Network will begin airing all new episodes of Big Daddy's House beginning in January. In the meantime, if you want to find out more about Aaron, his show, or his recipes, check out our website.
All right, technology time. I have a piece of clothing that for a day like today would have been absolutely perfect. It's called the Merrill Gather jacket. Now in the summertime, it's just a regular windbreaker. Very cool. What's neat about it is that it's lined completely, the pockets, everything. So that, like, say you're on a day like today outside and you find yourself freezing, like we are. You can pick up leaves, stuff them in the pockets, insulate yourself, and keep warm.
And I've got something for all the tailgaters out there that you can use at home and even in your house to light your fire. It's called the Loof Lighter. It's by Hammacher Schlemmer. And it sells for about $80, and it takes about a minute to light the charcoal grill, and within 30 minutes, you're cooking.
Who's it by?
Hammacher Schlemmer.
Say that again?
Hammacher Schlemmer.
Fantastic.
Outstanding.
Next, from mortgage broker to homeless soccer star.
SportsLife NYC on Yes is brought to you in part by Infinity, luxury cars that inspire at every turn.
Earlier in the show, we introduced you to a brave young girl named Ashley Gankowitz, who's fighting a serious illness to play soccer.
Well, our last story is about a remarkable young man named Diego Viveros. He's a member of the Help USA New York soccer team, and after finding himself homeless, life is looking up. He's been chosen to participate in a 48-nation Homeless World Cup in Melbourne, Australia this December, and it all started with an actor who loves soccer. With the help of Diego's shelter, he's getting back on his feet and reaching his goals.
I breathe soccer, I eat soccer, and I sleep dreaming soccer. My name is Diego Viveros, and I'm homeless.
November 2007 was the beginning of the end for this 29-year-old native Colombian. His immigration papers were stolen, and he lost his job as a mortgage broker. So much for the American dream.
That's when they told me, you know, we're going bankrupt, we can't pay you, you know, and I'm like, wow, that's how it happened. You know, I lost everything in one shot.
After wearing out his welcome with friends, the harsh reality set in.
I started looking for shelters. I've never been in a shelter before, so then I ended up in Help USA.
It's the nighttime that's the hardest, when frightening thoughts like these take over your mind.
I might end up, you know, being here for the rest of my life. That's one of the things I was really scared of, but, you know, I took things easy and one step at a time. Things are going to get better.
And things did get better. He met a young actor and soccer player named Chris Murray. who coached a men's homeless team on Ward's Island.
He said, we're making this team to go to Washington, D.C. You know, would you like to join us? If you're part of Help USA, I said, well, I would love to, but I'm looking for work right now. I don't think it's possible.
He hesitated, but then, you know, I signed him up, and he, sure enough, showed up the day that we were going to leave with all of his gear, and he came down, and he was, you know, he was everything that everybody had kind of told me about, and he was kind of our star player.
But life in a homeless shelter makes you skeptical when you live on a diet of empty promises.
It's difficult when you're here, you're trying to work and sustain yourself, and something like soccer seems a very secondary kind of thing to do. So I had to convince these guys I was serious. Like, the trip to DC was really happening, and then I needed everybody to participate.
We didn't become champions, but we did win this special trophy. And then out of all the teams that went there, they picked me to go to Australia to play with the United States team.
Even though he's homeless, Diego remains both optimistic and realistic.
I mean, you could blame anybody you want, but if you want to make it better for yourself, you have to do it. You have to step up and do it, no matter what it is, no matter what obstacles you have.
Diego's persistence in looking for work finally paid off when he met Kevin Gleixner.
I believe in giving other people chances. My favorite movie in the world is Pay It Forward. I like the idea behind it that, you know, just do something nice for everybody, and eventually somebody does something nice for somebody else, and that's how the world goes round. Never crossed my mind whether he was homeless or just another guy that was looking for work. He presented himself well. He's intelligent, good conversation, bilingual, and I'm just learning Spanish. So he makes my job a little easier.
But even with a job, there's a huge reality check Diego faces every day.
That's an island, that's Ward's Island, where the shelter is located. Once I cross the bridge, it's a whole different world. All you see is people that is going through a lot of suffering. All you see is people that is getting mad at themselves. You see people doing drugs. You see people that cannot leave this place. There's people that they get used to it. I feel sad, not because of me, but because all the people that I know, they're not going to be able to get out of there. Because I could see them, and they're not even trying. They just lost it.
Oddly enough, being homeless has helped Diego focus on his dreams.
I really want to help people, so people don't go through what I went through. I gotta save money. I gotta do this. I gotta do this in order to, you know, to accomplish my goals, which is to, you know, find a place and go back to school. Because that's what I really want to do. But yeah, that's actually what I think about all the time. I really think about that all the time. I know I'm going to make it. It will take me, probably would take me, you know, some time, but things happen for a reason. Because if it wasn't for being homeless, none of this would have happened. I would never be in Australia or playing soccer with this national team.
Street Soccer USA, the organization in which Diego plays with, has 11 teams competing across the country, and they all recently met in Washington, D.C. to play for the U.S. Homeless Cup.
And then each team picked one member to go on to Melbourne, Australia for the Homeless World Cup. So we wish Diego and his teammates the very best of luck.
All the best. That's it for this edition of Sports Life NYC. I'm Peter Ward.
And I'm Michelle Beadle.
And that's it. We are out of here.